I didn't know her. I didn't know my daughter.
Searching.
That movie was a lot better than I expected.
Yeah. Searching is basically a much, much, much better version of all of those crappy shoestring budget, social media or computer-based found footage movies.
I'm so over found footage and this kind of, I'm just over it all. But they finally found a way to use all that to actually create a movie, not just a gimmick. The gimmick is...
everything that you can see and hear are things that are being picked up by devices in the room.
Exactly, yeah. So there's no floating camera at any point. It's always like news footage or something.
Everything has context.
Yeah, it does it almost perfectly, I would say. The writing and the acting and the story have to do the heavy lifting, and those things are all on point.
It's a very intelligently written movie. The movie follows this dad, played by John Cho, as he's attempting to sort of figure out the circumstances of his daughter's recent disappearance. It kind of feels like a lot of those real-life news stories where something like this happens and then it gets a whole bunch of media attention, or even cold case documentaries. At times this played like one of those.
It also kind of critiques that whole way we approach that stuff as a society. The sensationalized news, the headlines, the reporters taking advantage. It really does a lot of those little things quite nicely.
We have all the data in the world now, but it's not necessarily knowledge. And, you know, the same with personalities, like you have a profile. And so it's just sort of, I guess, a life question. What does it mean to know somebody? And interpreted through or seen through the angle of technology.
There are a lot of really tense scenes, but I think I'd call this more of a thriller than horror.
Absolutely. It's a mystery film. You're not really ever jump scared or anything like that. Nothing's going bump at night.
Yeah.
I mean, they're teenagers. Something's probably going bump at night, but you know what I mean. It was fantastic. I love it. I love this kind of a movie where there are this constant whodunit, you know, what's going on. So that was great. Everyone does a good job in terms of playing their roles, kids included.
Oh yeah. There's a real concerted effort made to flesh out all of the core characters and their relationships with one another.
The story has some really great momentum, kind of keeps pushing forward. Even the first 10 minutes of the movie is an emotional roller coaster, to be perfectly honest.
Kind of reminded me of the opening of Up. There's like a 5 or 6 minute montage with no spoken dialogue right at the beginning of the movie that sort of chronicles the whole life of this little girl and
her relationship with her family.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really cool too because you kind of go through the history of technology. Like first it's on Windows XP and then you see various versions of YouTube, and it's very detailed and well thought out.
Exactly, yeah. They really touched on internet culture very accurately. They had someone who was like in the know, either writing or consulting.
Hi, my name is Aneesh Chaganty. I'm the co-writer and director of Searching.
The platforms and stuff that are used are all real, and they're used appropriately as well.
Like when he's scrolling through YouTube comments, those are completely believable YouTube comments.
Absolutely, yeah. I didn't feel like, how do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, there was none of that. There's a lot of editing that goes into this. Really, really great use of montage to get across the story.
Yeah, I mean, it's an edit-heavy film, yeah. Apparently it was 18 months of editing.
I think the movie only has like 3 locations.
Those 2 houses and the office could possibly be one set, like one shooting stage that they rented out for a couple days. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, this movie had like a $1 million budget or something like
reportedly,
that. Reportedly, yeah. They really make the most out of their resources. I mean, the movie's already made 16 times its budget back.
Just in terms of technical things, I've got these little gripes. It's not a big deal, but QuickTime doesn't play AVI files by default, and this guy has only MP4s or whatever instead of one AVI file. This guy has weird that QuickTime doesn't make any sense.
Man, you're right. That ruins the movie.
Ruins the movie. And then that brings me to another thing. That's not how people move their cursors across the screen.
Oh yeah. I mean, every time the cursor moves across the screen, it's slowly move the cursor over to Google. Okay, now we're gonna click on it. All right, and we're gonna start typing something and search.
Oh my god, painful, but absolutely accurate. Yeah. Again, they're not big problems. Don't let this fine-combed critique mislead you. The movie is fantastic.
Oh, one of the best movies I saw this summer.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's well crafted.
Yeah.
It's well thought out. Go watch it in theaters.
It deserves the ticket price.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for watching Bull Session. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment down below telling us what you thought of Searching. There's some other movie reviews and other fun stuff on this channel. You can check it if you'd like to do that. Thanks very much once again for watching, and take care.